Hello, my name is Dr. Doolittle. I am going to show you a few exercises that you can do to help with the intrinsic musculature in the feet and ankles. This will strengthen all the muscles that we need for helping to keep those bones in the proper place, which helps with the proprioception that goes to our brain and many, many other things. So what I'm going to do is just show you. First, we're going to start in it's like a modified ballet position. So we know the ballet positions of the pliés. Well, we're going to start with just a little bit less than an actual all the way out as we would do with ballet. So this is like position 1. And we keep the feet pretty close together and we're just going to raise up. These are going to be plié elevates is what we call these. And so we're going to just do 10 of these. They seem really simple, but as we go through the process, you'll see that we'll start to get some burning in there. You'll also feel this in the calf muscles. So we're going all the way to 10, just raising up onto our toes. Now we're going to bring our foot, we can bring our right foot first into just right in front. So if you can see, I'm about 1 inch or so from my heel, from the like lateral medial side of the other foot, the left foot. So we're going to do the same thing, just go up into the elevate position and you're going to start feeling it in a different position and your legs will start to burn all the way up. You will even feel it in your glutes a little bit. So we're going all the way to 10 again, just nice and smooth movements, not too quick, not too slow. And then we're also making sure that we're not putting too much pressure on the lateral sides of our feet or the medial sides, keeping very balanced. Okay, let's see, there we go, about 10. Now we're going to do the same thing with the opposite foot. Left foot comes in front. We're going all the way up 10 times. 5 more. This is so good for those inner legs as well and the posterior parts of our legs. So we do need to make sure that you stretch your hamstrings out after this. Okay, and that's about 10 or so. Okay, now the last two, it's kind of modified position 4. So this is going to be where we actually bring the foot like a full foot's distance in front. So we're going to start with the right again, and you're going to measure it 1 foot out, and then you're going to step out in front. So we're much further. We're about a foot from with the separation between our legs. And we're going into the elevates. You'll feel a much different part of your legs burning and a different part of your ankles. We're just going all the way to 10 on this one as well, making sure that we're keeping that balance. So you'll kind of have to shift your weight forward so that you have the proper balance there. That's 10. Right there. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. Measure 1 foot out with the left side. We're going up to 10. This one shows from this angle, you can see a little bit more of that separation that's there. And you'll feel how if you shift backwards onto that back leg, then you're going to feel it differently, but you really want to be centered between the 2 legs. So this is going to be the last set. So I know that you're probably feeling the burn right now. That's good. We want that. And that's all. Okay. So there's that part. Now what we can do is we can do some stretching. So of course, downward dog is an amazing stretch for helping to stretch out the legs. We can also do a little bit of stretching on the wall. Like for example, let me show you. I'm just going to zoom you guys over to let you see some of the stretching that we can do. So we have a wall right over here. And what you're going to do is you're just going to take your foot and place it up against the wall. And then you'll just gently start to lean into it and see how that's increasing that angle of that leg. We're just leaning in towards the wall. You're going to get a really nice pull and stretch along those calf muscles. You can kind of lean into the medial side a little bit more for the inner part of the soleus and gastrocs, and then onto the lateral side and just kind of back and forth, gently stretch. Then we're going to do the same thing with the other. Just place it with those toes up on the wall, and then we're just leaning into it. Getting that really good stretch in it. We can do the medial and the lateral side. There we go. So that's a nice stretch. And so, yeah, and then on your hamstrings, of course, we know the hamstring stretches. Probably don't have to show you too much of that, but you just gently go forward, trying to keep your back straight. That's the important part. If we keep our spine straight, then we know that our back will be healthy and that we won't have any spine pain like down in the bottom. So we want to really just make sure it's not like this kind of stretch. Be more of just hinge as much as we're able to. And if we're not able to touch our toes from here, then that's fine. You just go down as far as you can, just getting a nice hamstring stretch since we did work those out as well. And hamstrings are one of those things that gets very shortened because we're spending so much time in the chairs, working on our computers and things like that. All right, I hope that helps. And thank you so much for joining me.